This portion of Motorsports Mania brought to you by the F1 Race Factory, where fast is still fun. You know, we wouldn't be up here today without a professional guide. Jerry Oakley here from the UTV Rally. Jerry, this is spectacular. Where are you from?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now, how does this compare to the stuff that you do in the Las Vegas, Nevada area? I'm from Phoenix. We're kind of flatlanders when it comes to this. This is pretty cool, huh?
This is really awesome up here. The flatlands of Vegas and the desert there coming up into these rocks and these canyons. This is definitely the place to ride in the Southwest.
Now, I couldn't agree more. In fact, I'm sure all you people are at home are sitting there thinking, wow, how do we get to that place? Well, it's Moab, Utah. You need to come on up for sure. But let's talk a little bit about the vehicles. We're driving a Tom car four-seater today. We've got the camera crew, about 1,000 pounds worth of people, a couple hundred pounds worth of equipment. You're actually driving a Yamaha Rhino. Do you feel that this terrain is really working that Rhino?
It's challenging up here. Most of these rocks and stuff are pretty slick and drop-offs. It's definitely challenging the machine, but the machine this year has risen to the occasion. It's been a blast driving up here.
You know, I kind of wonder if Yamaha or any of the UTV manufacturers like Tom Car or anybody else actually figured that we'd be out using these vehicles this way. We're really putting ours to the test for sure. Uphill, downhill, and like you said, this is all slippery rock kind of stuff. Lots of time for screaming on the way down. So whoever's on the low side is always going, dude, move over, move over. But you know what? We're going to talk to a couple of the other guys and see what they think. Coming up here to Moab, Utah, make sure you bring every bit of the off-road experience that you have, as well as one big set of huevos. Watch as this Arizona Sports Center driver negotiates this rock ledge, because it is not for the weak at heart. Can you say gnarly? Some of the most extreme stuff we have ever done up here at Moab, Utah, for sure. Jim, you know, as we're driving these things, it's kind of white knuckle to start with. You're riding shotgun with one of your pals. You know, does that scare you at all?
Yeah, a lot, because the guy's a little bit out of his mind, and he never lets me put the seatbelt on when I'm ready. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Now, you definitely deal in safety. You're a fireman, right?
Correct, yeah, in San Francisco.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service, because that's one thing, you know, law enforcement, firemen, it all falls underneath keeping our butts safe out here on a day-to-day basis. Does this go against the general safety creed of what you guys do?
Absolutely. I thought I should bring a helmet, but no one else had one on except for the Yamaha reps, which were forced to. So with all the head injuries I see at work, I think I would have preferred to bring it.
You know, we haven't tipped one over yet. We have had a couple close calls and everything. Nobody's made a law for these things yet. Yeah, I don't think they really need a helmet. I think it's, you know, it's all in the right foot and throttle control and a little bit of steering. But we have fun up here. We do it as safe as we can. We leave the land like we found it. We pick up our trash and we recreate responsibly. That's what it's all about. Since the introduction of the UTV, we've had many opportunities to play with them. We've tuned them, we've raced them, but we have yet to push these little vehicles to their limits like we did on this trip. Every inch of the way, it didn't matter where we went, these little bad boys were working hard. One of the UTV magazines up here covering this event. Spectacular for sure. You're going to be seeing it on the pages of UTV magazine. Chris, you're joining us here. Hey, how long have you been doing the UTV magazine?
Actually, this is going to be our first issue. It's coming out in September as a standalone issue, and then we're going to go to 4 issues next year. And you come out here, and what these guys are doing on these rhinos is just insane. You got to come out to Moab, Utah, and try it out for yourself.
Now, have you had much experience with the rhino prior to this at all?
Absolutely. With ATV Magazine, a sister publication to UTV Magazine, we've been trying out side by side since they came out in 2003, and especially with the Rhino, and you can just see how popular they are out here. And now with Polaris RZR coming out and stuff, it's pretty awesome. So,
you know, that's kind of cool about it too. We had 2 Polaris Rangers, or Razors rather, out there, you know, working the deal for us. We're going to be talking to them a little bit later in the show. But more and more people are coming out. Do you think Honda's going to be coming out with one soon?
Well, Honda's been pretty conservative with what they're coming out with, and everybody's been kind of hoping that they'll come out. It's been rumored for years that they have something ready to go when they feel they're comfortable enough to release that product. So let's just hope in the next couple of years we see something from those guys.
You know, one thing I've noticed for sure, you know, it started like with the Polaris Ranger as a farm vehicle. Yamaha came out, you know, with their deal. Polaris has now stepped up to a bigger one. It's only getting bigger and better. If Honda doesn't do something soon, they're going to have to jump big if they're going to jump at all, don't you think?
No kidding. I mean, you're looking at the side-by-sides are outselling snowmobiles by 3-to-1 ratio. I mean, you're looking at 350,000 units a year, and you just think Honda's missing the boat right now. I hope they come out with something.
You know, I'm thinking the same thing. We always like to have Big Red on board. Like I said, we've got the Israeli Tom car out here. We've got all kinds of Japanese manufacturers. We've got an American manufacturer inside Polaris. I'm thinking that anybody that wants to get into the pool here can jump in, jump big, make a big splash, because this market's on fire. We definitely welcome more manufacturers into the UTV craze. We look forward to a lot of them getting on board that haven't been out there yet. But probably the biggest thing that I like about all the new UTVs out there is the fact that they breed aftermarket companies. Stick around, because coming up right after these messages, we're going to be speaking with Jagged X.